Are you allowed to drink on YouTube?
My mind seemed to take a step out, get some air now, flip to edge out, to some ice.
For everybody who is here for the first time, hello. My name is Asia, also known as the Asia Francis. I'm on TikTok. It's real lit. We chat, we gab, we yap. Now is the time more than anything to start a YouTube, and that's why I'm here. It don't always got to be about gossip, honey. We could talk about so many other things. Let's get into it. I'm a little nervous. Can you tell? This is like, oh, wait. No, we don't want to do that first. See, I'm a little nervous. I don't even know. Like, this just feels so much different than TikTok. TikTok doesn't feel as personal as this. This feels very, very personal. I'm filming on my phone because we haven't hit the big leagues yet. So you bear with me because I'm going to be looking in the hand mirror and I might look to the side to see myself. So welcome. I guess let me introduce myself again. I am Asia, also known as the Asia Francis. I am a yapper. I yap my content. I talk about trending topics. I talk about what's hot, what's not, and everything in between. But I felt like I wanted to create a community over here because why not? I just wanted the chance for you guys to get to know me better. I think that getting to know the person behind the content or the facade of the content creator is always beneficial to people, right? I am 35.
Damn.
About to be 36. I'll be 36 in February. And I'm a mom of 2 boys. I am divorced. Thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? And I started creating content in 2020. I started creating content on both Instagram and TikTok in 2020. But my content was completely different. When I first started my Instagram page, the newest Instagram page that I have, I was about to try and get into cooking. I was about to try to be a vegan baking influencer. Don't judge me. I can hear I can feel the eyes. I feel the eyes. It was right after I had my son in 2020. I was like, I need a hobby. I need something to do. And also I wasn't happy. Like, I was not happy. I was sad and I just needed an outlet. Because at that time I was going through marital hell. Like, it was hell. I was not happy and I just needed an outlet to do something different with my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed to take my mind off of what I was going through day to day in my marriage. And social media really was that outlet. So Instagram started as motivation and then it transformed over to cooking. And then it transferred back over to motivation because quiet as it's kept, them girls be spending a lot of money in that kitchen. And if you ain't got it, please. And this was at a time where groceries were not as crazy as they were now. And it was very expensive to cook cakes and cookies and pies. Girl, please. It got real expensive. And I was like, you know what? We're not about to keep doing this. We don't have no money for real. So it quickly turned into motivation. And plus, when I turned it into motivation, it was because I needed an outlet. I needed the motivation that I was giving everybody else on that page. I needed myself. I needed a big sister. I needed a therapist. I needed a hug. And I felt like if I could be that to somebody else, then automatically that energy would transfer back onto me. I used to interview people on TikTok. It was called Girlfriend to Girlfriend. And I would interview, not TikTok, Instagram. And it was called Girlfriend to Girlfriend. And we would talk about like healing and self-love, self-worth, and how important those things are. And I really met some cool people doing that. And those videos are still up on my Instagram, because I know Instagram changed. Like, you can't do videos now, it's reels. But I think that those videos are still there if you ever want to go check them out, because they're really cool. And it was really helpful at the time for me. And it really actually helped me push me into finally choosing me and walking away from a relationship, this long-term relationship that I was in, this marriage, plus it was a long-term relationship before marriage, you know. I'm using for skin prep for the makeup, I'm using Go Pure Dramatically Dewy Serum, and then I'm using the One Size Secure to Sweat because I am a sweater. That's what I do. When you're doing your makeup, it's really important to have a good under base. And y'all not gonna like what I have to say about this, but I'm not really a primer girly. So when I do prime, it has to feel like skincare, or I'm not going to do it. We are using Forever Glow, Dior Forever Glow foundation. Okay, let me tell you something about this foundation before we move forward. I was a NARS girl for years. And then I feel like they took their Sheer Glow formula out of the stores. So I was forced to find something else. NARS, this is on you. I was forced to find something else. And Dior, she eats the girls up. She eats, and I am never going back. Once you go Dior, you never go and get any more of anything else. Really wanted that to work out, but it didn't. That was my Instagram and TikTok movement. And then one day, after I felt like I was healed enough, I started actually going to therapy. And I realized that I was not aligning with my content anymore. Like the healing, the self-worth, this, and that. I wanted to move away from that because that was not the space that I was in anymore. And so I made a Yapper video. I started making Yapper videos, and they were doing significantly better than my motivational content, obviously, because people love yappers. And I also started yapping because I was like, I just want to put my personality out there and see what happens, because I was so scared that my personality was not going to resonate with people, and that people wouldn't like me, for lack of a better phrase. People wouldn't like me. So it took me so long to just be myself, especially when my friends were like, oh girl, like, I like your content or whatever, but you're not being yourself. You're not really doing what you need to do. And so I was just like, okay, it's time to change. It is time to do something different and see what happens. So I started making Yapper content. It was doing a little bit better, actually much better than my previous content. And then it just kind of exploded, and I started getting followers. I started having people reach out to me, and here we are. This is what we're doing. And now, again, not that I don't resonate with my content, but I'm getting the itch that I want to do something different. I have many interests. I have many things that I like, many things that I want to do. And I just feel like once you start Yapper content, which I'm not discouraging anybody from doing, but once you start Yapper content, it's kind of hard to get out of that, especially because the money is good. Like the vanity metrics, and when I say vanity metrics, likes and comments are good. And when you start posting different from what the algorithm is used to, the algorithm doesn't push your other stuff. And if you relying on that money, or you really need that money, you get scared, you get scared and you don't want to do anything different. So that's why we are over here at YouTube, because I have many interests. I have way more to talk about than hot topics. Like, I do like to talk about mental health. I do like to cook. Now, when I do my makeup, I never fill in my brows. And I know that probably irritates the hell out of some people, but I don't fill in my brows. I just don't see the point, because my brows are so thick. Look how thick my brows are. They need to be done, but they are so thick. Like, what do I need to fill them in for? I know people are going to comment in the comments or whatever. We talking about people in the comments, and I ain't even got no real followers for real. But I'm just saying, I know people are going to be like, bitch, fill your eyebrows in. I don't want to. All right, we are going to conceal with Fenty's Pro Filter 420 concealer. And I ain't going to do too much. I'm just going to do a little pop, pop, pop. Just to lift the face. Can you hear me breathing? Lord. And then one under the cheek, because that's going to lift my cheekbones, because I don't really have a lot of cheekbone. Like, my face is long, but it's not accentuated. I am a nurse, and I've been a nurse for 10 years, and I absolutely enjoy it. Now, when I first was nursing, I did not enjoy floor nursing at all. It just wasn't for me, so I decided to do something different. And I also used to teach nursing, and I don't do that anymore either, but I really enjoyed that. I just haven't found the school that is suitable for me. I need to find something that matches my personality and matches what makes sense for me. So I'm not doing that anymore either, but I am nursing and I love it. It doesn't get old for me. You see how that's lifting up my face? He's supposed to stay in one spot. I'm getting a little carried away. That's okay. You see? Oh, yes. And then if it gets a little messy, and don't worry about how messy it is because we're going to go back in with bronzer. But if it's not, you just take the foundation brush you used and go in between to clean it up. See? And listen, Fenty dry down quick, so you gotta be quick. Gotta be quicker than that. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you. So I guess let's talk about all the things that I actually love about content creation. First of all, I am a yapper in life. That is who I am. I love to talk. I always got something to say. If you meet anybody in my real life, they'll be like, oh, Asia, she always got something to say. That is just, ooh, this is getting a little murky. That's true. That is me. So I don't know, y'all. This is looking kind of crazy because I can't really see what I'm doing because I'm not looking into the camera. I'm looking into this hand mirror, and this hand mirror is small. But we're going to work it out. We're going to work it out. But it's not giving lifted. It's giving Skeletor. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I always got something to say. I always got to have the last word. I always am thinking about things. I'm a chronic C certified overthinker. That's who I am. It just makes sense for me to get on the internet and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense. Ooh, and this is Fenty Mocha Mami bronzer. It's my favorite bronzer because I feel like it's warm. And a lot of bronzers to me are very cool. So, and cool just does not look, because I already have a long face. So when I put cool bronzer on, I kind of be looking like I'm ready to go on the kids skit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving Tim Burton, you know? So this is still giving Tim Burton. I don't know, y'all. We got to see. We got to set the powder and see what happens. I can't see what I'm doing. So anyway, we're going to go on with a lighter concealer. And plus, I feel like people don't realize that the internet is a hobby. Like, it is a hobby if you can make it one. And I think people are so judgmental about content creation and just being on the internet space because it's still so fairly new in the world of work and business and hobbies even, that people are still super judgmental, and it's been around for a really long time. So I just think it's a matter of people getting used to the internet space, and I'm used to it. I love it. I love the internet. I'm an internet girl. Okay. All right. This is coming out crazy. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. I can't see. I might have to come off camera for a second. All right. I had to go off of camera for a minute and get this base together because we was giving Tim Burton and I couldn't have it. Okay. So anyway, do I think that everybody should create content? I absolutely do. I think that it helps with confidence. I think that it helps with public speaking. I think that it helps you find your voice and find your way. But is it for everybody? No. Some people are, content with not moving forward when it comes to where they are in their confidence. And I felt like for me, this was the biggest confidence boost, that I could have ever had. Like, I needed to start talking to the public in order to gain a voice, in order to hear myself and see myself and find my worth. And I just think that if you feel like you're in this place where you don't have a voice, the best place to go is the internet. And because technically, and I hate to say this because it's half true and it's half not true, the internet is not real. The internet is not real. It is real, but it isn't real. Like, I'm in a room talking to myself right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know other people are potentially going to see this, but by the time they see it, I've already done this. You know what I mean? I've already said what I needed to say. I've already practiced my voice and practiced my enunciation and practiced showing up in the camera, and it's posted and it's done. Now, what I will say is you have to quickly form thick skin. You cannot get on this internet and not have thick skin. It's just not going to work out for you. And I'm just going to be honest. Like, when I first started, I was getting all of these rude comments, all these people saying nasty stuff to me. And at first it was really affecting me. It was bringing me down. It was making me feel some kind of way. But I now understand that those people are not happy either. Those negative comments almost always, 99% of the time, come from privated, no-face accounts. People who otherwise are not seen in the real world. So on the internet, they feel like they need to be seen. They feel like they need to bring somebody else down to their level. And that was big for me in being able to get over the negativity of what others had to say. And I think that it took practice and it took some time for it finally to click in my head that those people are not real in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Because people try to attack whatever they think is your weakness, right? So at first, I had people saying things about me that I already kind of felt, right? So it was affecting me. But once I no longer felt that way about myself, people started attacking things that I never cared about, like that I never was affected by. And then that's how I knew, like, oh, you're just trying to dig your finger in any hole, hoping that you get access to my insecurities. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be mindful of that. If that's something you absolutely think that you're not going to be able to take, then I would encourage you to not do this, right? Because it comes with the territory. It shouldn't come with the territory, but it absolutely 100% does come with the territory. So if it's something that you think that you're not going to be able to deal with, then I understand that as well. And that is something that is definitely can be a hindrance. Sorry, talking and doing liquid liner is crazy. I don't think I'm going to do lashes today just because I don't feel like it. And I think my new pack of lashes is downstairs, so we just want to mascara it up and do the clean girl aesthetic. We're going to do the clean girl aesthetic. Thinking about starting content, I would 100% encourage you to do so. I believe that everybody should have an online presence and an online voice if their lifestyle approves of it, you know, if your lifestyle is allowing you to do so, because it does build confidence and character. But if you don't think that you would be able to build a thick skin, if you don't think that you would be able to be somebody who can take criticisms in the worst way possible, in the nastiest way possible, then this might not be for you, because it's gonna come. Do you remember the episode of Sex and the City when Samantha is talking to Smith Jerrod and he's all upset about the Absolute Hunk billboard, right? And he gets stopped by some gay guys on the street, and the gay guys are like, "Oh, my boyfriend loves you." And then Smith turns to Samantha. He's like, "Everybody thinks that I'm gay." Da, 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 da. And she was like, "Oh, honey, first come the gays, then comes the girls, and then comes the rest of the world. On the internet is first come the haters, then comes the followers, then comes the rest of the world." It always puts me in the mind of that part of the show when she says that to him, because it is so true for TikTok, like for content creation period. First comes the haters. You're going to get an influx of haters, like, because they can't do what you're doing. They can't do what you're doing. So the next best thing is to bring down somebody who's doing something that they wish themselves could do. This is Juvia's Plays Volume 2. And I'm going to be using the top color. They wish that they could do what you're doing, and they can't. So the next best thing is to bring you down. The light in my room makes everything look as cool, but this is much warmer than it's coming off on camera. And I hope that you feel a little bit closer to me. Dang. We're going to go with my favorite brown liner. This is Makeup Forever's Limitless Brown, and line the lips. I think I told that whole entire story to say that my hobby is the internet. I love the internet. Like, I just do. I love content creation. I love talking to you guys. I love making content. It's just so much fun to me because I don't get to chit chat about gossip all the time. I am sweating like a dog. I don't get to talk about content all the time. I mean, hot topics and trending topics and do my makeup for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just a good space to be in. But sometimes you do have to take, and that's another thing I want to touch on, your mental health. So we talked about the haters, and if you don't think you can keep up with that, then I understand that. But if you are doing this, and if you are considering making a career of this, or not even a career, but a paying hobby, you have to consider your mental health. You have to, like, there's no way around it. This definitely affects people. This definitely affects people in their mental health, and it has affected me in my mental health. It's affecting me in my mental health right now. Like, I've taken some time off of TikTok, not a lot, but just limiting my scrolling. I haven't posted in a few days just to recalibrate myself and get myself together, because it can be a lot. People can be mean, and it can get to you, and I don't want people to think that you shouldn't take time for your mental health, because you absolutely should. It's very important. Like, some of the stuff that people say about you or the videos they make about you can be hard, but that is something that you yourself are going to have to get over and prioritize not taking you down. And if that means putting your phone down, stepping away, then that's what you should do, because it's just on your phone. It's not in real, and that's the part that I be stressing. It's not in real life. It's just on this phone. Shut your phone down, and you can shut it off, period. You can shut it off, period. You don't have to see those negative things people are saying about you. And I know that may be easier said than done, but it's the truth. It's just a phone. It's just the internet. You can shut all of this down, because contrary to popular belief, it comes with the territory, but you did not sign up to be harassed and bullied. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what you signed up for. So that's something you shouldn't have to deal with, and you don't have to deal with it if you power your damn phone down. You know what I'm saying? You take a break. It's looking a little patchy. I don't know. Hold on. It's looking a little patchy, but I feel like I'm doing, like, I don't know, we're gonna have to play with this lighting. But I hope that you learned something from me. I hope that this makes more sense. I hope that I've inspired you to start a content creation journey and join the Whisper Sister family over here. Even though I'm not whispering, I will be making more videos whispering. So stick around. I got a lot of ideas. We got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming. Subscribe.